Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 11th. You have this building blocks card and this change in the wind card. I love this building blocks card because this lady is being lifted up kind of on this pedestal thing with these little blocks that are falling around her. And so it kind of says that things in your life are starting to fall into place, or at least they should. And, you know, it's a very good card of progress. I also feel there is a positive change in the wind coming in for you with that change in the wind card. A lot of people I've noticed this week have had the King of Pentacles. I've done about 10 of the readings so far. I only have 2 more left for this week. And, you know, a lot of people have had that King of Pentacles, which is interesting. You know, it could say that people are, you know, their finances are stabilizing, or they're making more money, or they're doing things to make more money. Also, a lot of Empress energy as well. And you have the Empress. So, you know, like I said, it could just be a very abundant time for you where you are focusing on, you know, creating abundance or manifesting abundance, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So I think that this is just very, very good for you here, Libra. And it looks great. So let's see what I'm getting. You have the King of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Page of Pentacles. You know, with the Hangman and the King of Pentacles being a card of wealth or increasing your earnings, you know, this could say that you are kind of like seeing what you do from a new perspective, and this could be making you more successful. So, you know, I love that, especially with the Hangman. You know, this could say that you're like learning new things in work or business or your career that are increasing your earnings or making you more money. You have the Empress, which is great, and you have the Queen of Pentacles, you know, and the Page of Pentacles, really good for kind of like learning and also increasing your resources. Queen of Pentacles is all about increasing your resources, and she's showing up in the good stuff, which really kind of furthers the message that a lot of you could just be increasing your resources. I also do feel there could be a little bit of love here for those of you that want it. You know, King, Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, you have the Emperor right here, which could be an Emperor, and you have the Empress, duh. So you have divine counterparts right here. This actually looks really, really good for love if you want it. You know, I love the King and Queen of Pentacles together because they're 2 very stable people who actually want to put the work in. So if, like, that's like 90% of the battle right there, especially in modern day love, right, is that finding a person who actually puts in the work. So this is like 2 people who actually want to put in the work. You have the Hangman, and the Hangman is about seeing things from a new perspective. Like I said, I kind of feel like I don't really feel a breakthrough, you know, so I don't want to make this sound like it's, you know, better than it actually is. But, you know, I do get this energy of kind of like discovering something. Like, it might be a small breakthrough, let's put it that way. But I do feel it will have like kind of big results. So if you're, you know, discovering new ideas in work or business specifically, that's what I feel like this Hangman is talking about. You know, I would at least try these ideas, especially like if you're a little bit nervous, let's say, to try new ideas. I think this could really be you discovering some new ideas that like really make you successful. So I love this for you. I feel this is really, really good. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles could be like good news, or you know, something coming in for you. I am getting news here, but like, what is this? You go Page of Pentacles, 2 of Cups to the 2 of Wands. It's like something is a little bit of a reach. Like, I'm seeing him, you know, he's reaching out to that wand in front of him. But it's like, if I put myself in your shoes, which is how I read, it's almost like I see you reaching towards something here. But it's like you're hesitating or something is a feeling I get. I don't know. Interesting. We'll look at it. You know, obviously we're going to clarify. We'll see what comes up. But, you know, it's almost like someone is presenting something to you and you're a little hesitant. But I don't know. Do I feel bad about this? No, because I feel like you're probably going to grab onto it in the first place. Like, maybe if someone makes you a love offer, you're just a little hesitant at first, like, who isn't? So, you know, that definitely could be the case here with the Page of Pentacles. But like I said, well, let's look into this and see what the hell that feeling was. That was weird. That didn't work at all. So let's try that again. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Empress. Yes, someone finds you attractive, probably a King of Pentacles type person. Could be any sign. You know, they're showing up as an earth sign, but it could just be like an earthy person or a grounded person that finds you attractive. This is also just freaking amazing for abundance. So I think you are in an abundant time. With the Hangman, you have the 7 of Wands. Conviction is knowing that you know something. You know, it's a card of conviction. So the 7 of Wands really says that when you believe something deep down inside, when you truly believe that, you know, there is no other way than for you to be successful, that is the moment that you become very successful. So, you know, I would pay attention to that feeling, and you can also develop that feeling as well. And that's what I would do. I always say that, like, you know, stacking small wins, building blocks card, right? And I think that's the easiest way to develop conviction, is by stacking those tiny little wins over time. And, you know, if you do that, you will win. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. I kind of feel like this is you again. He has discernment. He is able to look at a situation and decide whether it's good or bad for him. I'm wondering, like I couldn't decide a second ago. I'm wondering if this is a person where at first you can't decide if you're gonna, reach forward to them or not, and by reach forward, I mean, allow them into your life or accept a date or say yes or whatever. So maybe this person is a little bit hard to read, right? Maybe you're kind of like not sure how you feel. And again, low investment, right? I always tell people it's like, you don't have to marry the person. Just go on one date, get those free dinners, ladies, right? And, see what happens. So I think this would be one of those things where it would be worth a shot. Next, in the area of the what's coming in for you, you have this brown bear spirit. It says take time out. You have this hummingbird spirit. It says be here, be now. Both cards kind of say be present, right? The hummingbird also has a specific story, which is that hummingbirds go on these long journeys to get their rewards. And so I think that it's time for you to kind of, or you could be going on you've been on a long journey, and now you're getting your nectar, which is a story of the hummingbird. And we have the Empress twice, and obviously that could be abundance coming in for you or some rewards coming in for you after a difficult period of time. And so I feel like that could be happening with the Empress. I also feel like you're very attractive at this time, Libra, so I would definitely put yourself out there if you want love or if you want to meet a new person. I think that it would be a great time to get attention and all that other stuff. I would also say, again, small wins. She is like the clothing that she's wearing, it kind of goes into the creases of her body. It's meant to look heavy, like her clothing is meant to look high quality. And so she is enjoying like the nicer things in life. And again, that's definitely a way that you can feel that like you are winning, is by enjoying something or being grateful for what you have or something that you have. And so I feel that with the Empress is what I'm trying to say. You have the Two of Cups. This could be the other reason why I felt like I was hesitating on a person, is because Two of Cups can be a person who's different than your usual type. It can be a different type of person. It can be someone who looks different than what you normally go for. And so maybe that's why you're hesitating. But again, I feel this could be a really good connection. So I think at the very least, it would be worth it to talk to this person. The Two of Cups is a card of communication. This right here is the staff of Hermes. And so these two people communicate with each other. And I think it would be an amazing time to at least communicate, right? This is a... this could also be you communicating with your higher self. And sorry, I'm losing my voice, so bear with me, Libra. But, again, I think for a lot of you, this could be you communicating with your higher self. You have the Three of Swords. Some of you might be coming off of a fresh breakup as well, and so that could also be what is making you hesitate a little bit. Obviously, if you just are healing, again, I wouldn't enter into anything unhealed either, so, I don't blame you for, maybe like hesitating because you're healing or going through a healing, but the Three of Swords is all about forgiveness and forgiving the past. We have to remove those swords from our own heart so that we can move forward, and the quickest way to do it is to forgive the past. We don't have to forgive a person directly, we just have to forgive them in our own heart. With the Empress, you have the Four of Pentacles, a lot of stability in this reading. King of Pentacles is one of my cards. It's like one of my foundational cards. It represents the foundation that you're sitting on. And so the Four of Pentacles is another foundational card. And it says that you could be building a solid financial foundation, there's a lot of abundance here. With the Two of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. He has two cups behind him. He needs to let go of something from the past, and he needs to be grateful for these two cups behind him. So he's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys. I don't feel this for all of you, but maybe like 15% of you or something, I feel, could be holding on to a connection that that you wouldn't go back to anyway. So it's kind of funny because I feel like this could be something that you wouldn't even go back to in the first place, but you still could be thinking about it. And the Five of Cups is about, again, fives have very easy solutions, and the solution of the Five of Cups is to turn around and be grateful for these two cups that are behind you. With the Three of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups encourages you to follow your heart, but again, to follow your heart, you have to heal your heart, and you have the Three of Swords here. So she really has to listen to what her heart is telling her to do, and that's what I would focus on with that Queen of Cups for sure. The other thing is, is that the Queen of Cups really trusts her intuition, and the readings have been very intuitive. Even the Empress is very intuitive. So if you are receiving like intuitive downloads, intuitive messages, especially with the Two of Cups, because again, the Two of Cups can be you and your higher self. It's kind of popping into my head that your higher self is nudging you in new directions with the Two of Wands that we're about to talk about. So I would pay attention to those like spiritual nudges, or those gut instinct feelings that you have. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this adventure card and the soul card. You are probably going on an adventure of the soul, literally. These two images look very similar. It's like there's this sun or whatever, and they kind of look the same, or it's the moon, I'm not sure. But I feel for a lot of you that you could be exploring yourself with that Two of Cups, and your higher self could be nudging you in the right direction for whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or create or do, be, or have in your life. And I think that's a great thing with these cards. You have the Two of Wands, the Justice card, and the Four of Pentacles. The Two of Wands is about moving forward in a new direction. He has the whole world in his hands, and he needs to move in a new direction to find success. So he's standing in his comfort zone, and the story of the Two of Wands is that something behind him is complete. He has this wand right here that's standing on its own. So it kind of says something from the past stands on its own, meaning it's done, and now you're ready to move forward towards something new. It is coming up in the future, like messages from your future self. So it could be one of those things where you are kind of you are preparing to be ready in your life, and you're getting ready to grab on to a new opportunity that could lead you in a new direction, which is great. You have the Justice card. The Justice is you showing up here. Whenever you show up as yourself, it really puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. Justice is also, of course, balance, and I feel that, again, if you are clearly attracting a divine counterpart here, and this could represent you attracting a very balanced person. One other thing I will say is that this could represent balancing out the masculine and the feminine inside of you. So whether you want love or not, doesn't matter. I think with Justice in the middle, I would make sure that you're balancing out both energies in your life. Like maybe you're being, maybe you're just coming up with creative ideas, but maybe you need to use the Emperor to take action on those ideas. Maybe you're taking too much action, which is definitely possible, right? I have found in life, like when I try to take too much action, like force things to happen, never works, right? But if I allow things to happen, which is Empress energy, then things work. And so you're going to have to answer that question on your own, and you're going to have to look at, what you're doing. But I think balancing those two sides is a good idea. You have the Four of Pentacles. Again, clearly very foundational financial energy coming up in this reading. So you could really be doing things that are kind of setting you up for future financial success, which is amazing. I highly recommend that everybody does that right now. I mean, literally, Uranus and Taurus is all about doing this. And we have another year or so of Uranus and Taurus. And that Uranus and Taurus energy doesn't really care what we do. It just wants us to like pick one thing to create predictable finances. It's all about freedom with Uranus and Taurus, and it doesn't even have to be anything amazing. Like you could literally say, I'm going to save $5 a week and put it in an account. If you're doing that, you are working with the energy. I always tell people, like, it doesn't matter how much we work with the energy as long as we do something. And if you do something, you will get the rewards. And, it might not be billions of dollars, but it will be something, and who knows where it will come from, because, we're really in a time where, like, one thing is going to lead to another. So you save $5 every single week, doesn't sound like a lot, but maybe you decide, that you're going to invest that money in an investment over time, and maybe the investment takes off in the future. And because you have the money, you're able to use it for the investment, right? That's a bad example, but just an example. So I would just, pick one thing. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be like you decide that you're going to wake up every single morning and you're going to, work on your book that you're writing or whatever it is. I would just pick something and do it. With the Two of Wands, you have the Tower. I kind of feel like maybe a past connection was a Tower moment going this way, and because we have the Five of Cups, and maybe it kind of ended in a shocking way. But a shock can just be not knowing like why it really ended, or what happened. This kind of gives me the feelings of a person like telling you one day that they love you, and then like the next day breaking up with you. It's kind of like that what the hell happened type of energy that I get off of that Tower. With the Justice card, you have the Five of Pentacles. Definitely need to heal. If you want love, I feel that this is about realizing that maybe the past person was just a jerk, right? Sometimes I think I don't really feel like you're blaming yourself here, Libra, if you're thinking about something from the past, but, you could be thinking that it was you, but really it was the other person, is what that's saying. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now you have it twice. You have a bunch of repeating cards. So we have the Empress twice, Queen of Pentacles twice, and repeating cards are basically confirmation from the universe. They kind of say that we're on the right path, we're going in the right direction. So I really do like readings with repeating cards. Next, you can't make this up. You have this Let It Go card. It says, let go of all that no longer serves you. This, like a past person. It could be a past, it could be any heartbreak that you have experienced. It doesn't have to be love, but I feel like healing it is really going to set you free this week. You have this card that says, let it come forth. It says, give yourself permission to feel it. Yes, maybe that's the other thing as well. I think, one of my big problems with the spiritual community is that they make it, a lot of spiritual teachings make it seem like anger or, having outbursts and things like that are a bad thing. But it's like sometimes you just need to, right? And I think it's worse to not let out those feelings. We have feelings for a reason, including anger. So I think that maybe you just do need to go through it and feel it and get it out, right? And I think that would be very helpful for you as well. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Emperor. Definitely increase in your finances. There's really nothing more to say on the Queen of Pentacles. We've kind of beaten this to death, and I feel that you are just increasing your finances. You have the Eight of Cups showing up in the good stuff. So, the Eight of Cups and the good stuff would say that you are walking away from something or that you're releasing something that you've been dealing with, which is obviously a good thing. So I feel for a lot of you, you are just kind of making progress here, or you are moving forward with the Eight of Cups and you're moving on to bigger and better things. He just knows that he needs to find fulfillment, and coming up in the good stuff, this could say you're finding fulfillment. You have the Emperor, and the Emperor could be a person, like an Emperor type person, or, whatever you prefer, Emperor or Empress. They're both here. And, I feel like there could be a new person coming in. The Emperor is also about taking control of your life. And again, by healing your heart, you are taking control. You are not letting a past person control your life. I always say, like, if someone hurt us and we're still holding on to that heartbreak, they are living our life for us. And the Emperor would say, you're living your own life now. You are, taking control. And that's exactly what I would do. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have another repeating card, the Page of Pentacles, which you start and end with here, going this way. And so the Page of Pentacles would be like good news. Definitely seems to me like a lot of you could be getting good news. I think the story that always pops up for you, Libra, is that a lot of you maybe have like a certain position, like a job or a career or a business that you want. And I feel like for many years, it's been hard to, actually get something that you're qualified for. And it's definitely popping into my head with that Page of Pentacles that some of you could finally be getting like that job that you're qualified for. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Judgment card. That kind of changes things. These two cards together, that is the most powerful combination in the tarot, Tower to Judgment. It represents kind of like a major wake-up call or having a major revelation. And it's coming up in the good stuff, so you could be realizing or having revelations about things. With the Emperor, you have the Hangman twice again. This is looking like a Cancer reading here, Libra. Cancer is a sign that always gets these repeating cards. But, this kind of represents a new perspective or gaining a new perspective on things. And again, you could be gaining a new perspective. Like it could be the masculine perspective that you are gaining a perspective on. And so this could be like you realizing that your ideas are good ideas, your creative ideas, and that you do need to take action on them. And again, I think there's a little bit of a change here in like one of the energies, right? You have this Grapes card. It says time to go out and have fun. Pretty much every single person in November for the November readings, all of them that I've done so far, has had something about needing to have more fun. It's like the universe wants us to lighten up. I feel like the universe wants us to explore, bring more love, joy, happiness into the world. And that's what I would do here. You have this wheel. It says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I think the easy solution here is going to be to heal your heart, as we've already said. So I would do whatever you can to heal your heart or heal your, inner knowingness or your inner voice or whatever the case may be with this wheel energy. You have this Fly card. It says a period of ill health and depression. I don't feel this at all unless you stay in the Three of Swords. The other thing I will say is we do have Mars going retrograde at the end of the year. So Mars retrograde years, I think it's really critically important that we do stay healthy. So I would make sure that you do whatever you can to heal yourself, rest, relax, recover. Just avoid this. Again, I always tell people as well that just because a card comes up like this doesn't mean this is going to happen. You're watching tarot, so you can avoid stuff. And I would just heal, take care of yourself. You have this tower. It says solid foundation. We've been talking about foundations this entire time. It says success with effort, emperor energy. Again, that's kind of pushing me more in that emperor direction, where you could be putting more effort into your creative ideas or your plans. And obviously you have the foundation. You have every single foundational card that exists in this reading. Even the tower itself in the tarot, only gets reduced down to its foundation. And then we always rebuild it stronger after. So a lot of you could be really, kind of rebuilding or something. You have this pin card. It says new job, new career. We said that just a second ago. So there definitely could be a new position coming in with that Page of Pentacles. Again, if you've been waiting for news, Page of Pentacles can be good news. So this could be like approval or getting approval for something that you've been working on. And I definitely feel that there could be some good news coming in for you here. But this looks really good, Libra. Love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.